Hey everyone, this is Bales at FantasyLabs looking at our NFL Player Ratings page and wanted to give you a little walkthrough of what we have here and what sorts of features aren't here that we have in the Pro version with player models. So we're looking at sample ratings for NFL and there's a whole bunch of data here. The rating on the left here are players sorted by their historical percentile rank in terms of this category plus minus, which is a FantasyLabs metric. So you can see they're also rated here. So Blake Bortles over the past 12 months has a plus minus of 6.8 points per game, which means he's scored just under 7 points per game, above what you'd expect based on his salary. Obviously, not too surprising given his breakout last year. But so that's in the 96th percentile. Historically, only 4% of quarterbacks have ever sustained that level of value over the course of an entire year. But just looking through some of the things on our ratings page here, you can see projections, ceiling, floor, the projected plus minus, what we think a guy's going to do in a given game, bargain rating, points per game, consistency, upside, just a bunch of fantasy specific metrics. You can sort by different categories. So if you want to look at which players are the most mispriced, for example, between FanDuel and DraftKings, you could sort by bargain rating or go to the bargain players tab, and you can see for example, Josh McCown is in the 92nd percentile historically in terms of site salary difference, which means he's very cheap on DraftKings in this case at $5K and not cheap on FanDuel where he's $6,900. So just a way to start to visualize data. And the cool thing is all of our pages update in real time. So if there's a change to the projections that we make on the back end, that'll show up here. And then within player models, you'll have other factors that are time sensitive, like Vegas line movement, if there's a big bet, as betting percentages change, weather, and all these different factors that change and really influence player value. They're captured in player models. And what player models allows you to do, first of all, there's way more data, better data, advanced data. We work with a lot of data providers. You can go pro by clicking right here. We give you the ability to see all of this data. There's maybe 10 times as much data as this, and then tell us what you think is important, and you can model with it. You have sliders, and you can weight all these different factors as much as you'd like. So if you want to weight a quarterback's ceiling or the Vegas lines or his consistency or whatever it is, you give it a certain weight, back test, and then we immediately show you how profitable or how valuable that particular model would have been in the past. So I definitely recommend checking that out, at least on a trial, and in the meantime playing around with our free player ratings page.